Done with that Vegeta scale display?
You tell me.
Well, this time when I peeked, you made a mistake in the wind speed column. Sorry, no mousetrap for you, not yet.
Have a good day.
Stop by anytime. Done with that Vegeta scale display?
You tell me.
Well, this time when I peeked, you made a mistake in the wind speed column. Guess you have to just keep trying.
I'll let you get back to work.
Don't let them canoots work you too hard. Done with that Vegeta scale display?
Still working on it.
So what you need?
Have a good day.
Y'all hurry back. Done with that Vegeta scale display?
You tell me.
Well, this time when I peeked, you made a mistake in the wind speed column. Guess you have to just keep trying.
Where's Ma? Still not here?
Nope. She had to drive over to Chickasha. Sister's lumbago's acting up. Anything else I can help you with?
Good seeing you again.
Y'all hurry back. Howdy, Brooke. Stocking up again so soon? Are you just back 'cause you missed me?
A little of A and a little of B. Well, go ahead. What's the word out here this week? Don't keep me in suspense.
It's been nothing special to report now, I guess.
Nothing to report? Nothing at all? Are you feeling all right?
Yeah, oh, sure. It's been as slow as weeks, all.
Not even any good gossip about Scott's team? Any new blunders I can take back to the guys? I know it can't be smooth sailing over there these days. I mean, come on.
No. Very smooth sailing with Scott's team is what I always say, but just remember, I got a lot to do in the store. Better get to that. You just grab anything you need now. Take some candy on the way out, too. It's all me.
Okay. See you around, I guess.
Well, congratulations, Nancy. From what I've seen, you got that Vegeta display set up just perfect. So go ahead and help yourself to that mousetrap. Y'all earned it.
that costs too much. And that's how the West was won. I'd better make sure to fill all of the traps.
The sooner you get rid of those things, the better.
That should do it. I got 'em.
Well, finally. Now take them outside and dump them. The spring house out on Old Orchard Road. That should be far enough away. Let them go there.
You got it.
Let's move! This storm is about to go critical! We need to get out in the field now! You're riding point with Frosty. Scott and I will be tracking the storm. Let's go!
Not this one. This isn't the right car.
Woohoo! We're gonna get a twister! You're going the wrong way. Wrong way! You're going the wrong. Turn back! Oh, check that out. No. No. Shoot! Video camera just died. Here, fix it. I've got to keep shooting stills. Woohoo! The air is buzzing with electricity! I'm getting some great stills, but I need video. It's amazing out here. Woohoo! these are some great shots.
I fixed it. Here you go, Frosty.
Just in time, thanks. Uh-oh, we got some trouble. The funnel is headed right for that building. Look at that! Knock that barn flat! I hope it was as abandoned as it looked. It's roping out! It didn't record a thing! I thought you said you fixed it!
I did fix it.
Let's head back to the homestead.
So, still think tornadoes are cool?
You bet I do. I think what they are is cool, but after today, I'm sure not a fan of what they do.
That's something that researchers, myself included, all too often forget. As exciting as it is to chase tornadoes, they are hugely destructive, and the damage they do to lives and livelihoods is all too often horrible and irreparable. What a disheartening day. An EF3, And we failed to get so much as 1 inch of footage on it, thanks to you.
What do you mean, thanks to me?
Frosty says you failed to fix his video camera in time to record anything.
But that's not true. I fixed it in plenty of time.
Look, I don't want to hear excuses. Just go. Call it a day and make sure it doesn't happen again, okay? Okay.
What's up?
What do you want to do now that you've finished your degree?
Actually, I'm not sure yet. I'm still kind of weighing my options.
That's it for now.
Have fun! It's late, Nancy. Why don't you call it quits for the day? It's late, Nancy. Why don't you call it quits for the day?
Hey there.
I'm all done with the prairie dog vacuum. Here you go.
Alrighty then. Anything else on your mind?
That's it for now.
Adios.
Hi, Debbie. How's it going?
Morning, Nancy. Looks like it's shaping up to be another big day for all of us. First things first, we've got huge communications problems right now. I had Chase fix up the GPS units and add the comm antenna location. I need you to take a trip over to see what the problem is. After that, I know Chase asked if you could drop by and talk to him, okay?
I'll check back with you in a bit.
Have fun!
wind sure did a number on these things. There's pieces of them everywhere. There, now they should work. What's that? Somebody on Scott's team probably dropped this. I need to get out of here.
Turn ahead 999 leagues.
That's not the right way back to the farm. What is going on here? Somebody must have programmed this thing to give faulty directions.
New destination processing. Turn drive with turn straight. Destination reached. Turn ahead 999 leagues. Turn ahead 999 leagues. Turn ahead 999 leagues.
That's not the right way back to the farm. What is going on here? Somebody must have programmed this thing to give faulty directions.
Turn left, right. Turn ahead 999 leagues. Turn left now. Probing the pileups rapid. Mount elected fast.
Well, if it ain't my favorite customer.
So what's this play about?
About this place, of course. From covered wagon times up to today. All about the men and women that made this town what it is today. I'm playing Percy Rutherford Hardcastle, town sheriff and the area's first librarian. Back in those days, wasn't no small thing to return a book late.
That sounds interesting.
Gonna be. If you're not out chasing twisters opening night, you should come. We're pretty near sold out, but I'll try to save your ticket.
Who was that woman asking all of those questions about Scott?
Ah. Now, I'm not one to talk bad about people around here, but that was Brooke. She heads up the other team of chasers. Maybe you heard of her.
She was really nosy.
Not nosy, just... all right, nosy. But she and Scott are just so much alike. Guess it makes sense they'd always be checking up on each other.
Scott comes in here asking about her?
Oh, without a doubt.
Good seeing you again.
Y'all hurry back.
Drive turn straight with caution. Continue to driving. We promise destination Ambient.
One of the things I want you to do today is trap the mice I keep seeing by the table and get them out of here. They're starting to get pretty annoying.
Thanks to that faulty GPS, I wound up in the middle of a violent thunderstorm on my way back from fixing the antenna. I know it sounds paranoid, but I think someone tampered with it.
You sure you were operating it correctly?
Positive.
I'll have Chase take a look at it. What else is going on?
I think you guys have got a mouse problem.
No, we've got a mice problem, which we're all just trying to ignore because there's really no time to do anything about it.
I think maybe the little piles of corn I keep finding are what's causing it.
I haven't noticed any little piles of corn. Little piles of dirt, yes, but corn? Anyway, it's more likely the mice are causing the piles. Probably storing up for the winter or something.
Would you like a little candy?
Okay. Oh, I see what you did right there. Not cool, Nancy. Not cool.
I better get to work.
Have fun!
That's all of them. Don't worry, fellas. You're gonna like your new home. But I fixed it.
Flat. I hope it was as abandoned as it looked. It's roping out! Look at that! Knocked that barn flat! I hope it was as abandoned as it looked. It's...
What's up?
I'll check back with you in a bit.
Have fun!
Nancy, now this is what you call perfect timing. I was just getting ready to put the transmission of this car back together. But seeing as you're here and seeing as Debbie said I should feel free to give any job I don't have time for to you, that's just what I think I'll do.
Sounds like fun.
All you gotta do is put the gears I just cleaned back on 3 horizontal rods. There's a notch for each gear, so just figure out which size gear goes to which notch. Of course, you gotta make sure when the gears line up vertically, they touch but don't overlap each other. It's not hard, just takes a little time and a little bit of trial and error.
I'll give it a whirl. That won't work. The gears will overlap. Can't put a gear on this notch until I take off the gear that's blocking it. Yes! I did it! I got all the gears back on the rods.
Fine job, Nancy. Now come on over here. Something else I need you to do. I need for you to run this here estimate over to Scott. It's for the body work that needs to be done on Pete's car. Scott's supposed to look it over and sign it before I give the repair shop the go-ahead.
Well, I'll take it to him.
Appreciate it. Anything else on your mind?
Did you fix the GPS devices?
Sure did.
I think maybe they could use some more work. Mine went berserk and tried to lead me directly into the path of a storm.
You did what now?
It tried to lead me right into the storm.
I'm real sorry, Nancy. All I did was run a few updates and... I'm very sorry it went haywire on you. I'll make sure it never happens again.
That's it for now.
Bye now.
What's up?
That's it for now.
Have fun!
What's going on?
Oh, Chase asked me to give you this estimate from the auto repair shop.
Oh yeah, he warned me this was coming. I'll take care of it, thanks. Pretty scary how much damage a bunch of frozen raindrops can do to a car. Of course, they've been frozen to the size of golf balls thanks to several miles worth of updraft.
Was that Frosty?
Yes, that was Frosty. Look, go down there and whatever his problem is, take care of it, okay? I don't have time for any histrionics.
Nancy, come over here! Look, try not to get upset, but I just discovered we have a really big problem down here. Mice. One just scampered right across my keyboard. My keyboard, Nancy! That's way over the line!
You're afraid of mice?
What, who, me? What, afraid? No. I mean, so what if they crawl all over everything and come darting out of the shadows when you least expect it and have those tiny pink feet and those skinny little tails? Okay, yes, mice totally creep me out, all right? The point is, I can't get anything done with them scampering their brains out down here, and somebody like you needs to get rid of them. Please?
I'd be happy to.
Bless you. Okay. Well, what are you waiting for? Go for it.
of them. Don't worry, fellas. You're gonna like your new home.
Time to turn in, Nancy.
Morning, Debbie. What's up?
If I seem a little frantic, it's because there's a front moving in capable of producing a supercell, maybe even lots of supercells. So we're moving out ASAP. Everyone's already outside. You'll ride with Chase in the... Holy cow, that was the jack for Scott's phone. Forget what I was saying. You're gonna have to stay here and fix Scott's phone connection. Scott will freak if he comes back and his phone doesn't work. Soon as I finish entering these data, I am out of here. Go on, go fix that phone. Go!
But how do I fix a phone? I've never done anything like that.
It probably just needs to be rewired. I've seen you work. I know you can figure this out for us.
Come on, Debbie, let's get going.
On my way.
That should do it. There, all fixed. What's that sound?
So the guy, it's his first time out seeing a system. At least I hope.
As long as you're making sure that everything looks right, you know what I'm talking about.
Hey, I know what I'm doing here.
That's Scott. This headset must have some kind of wireless connection to his cell phone. Wonder who he's talking to.
Congratulations! Any chance you can keep your act together so that the rest of the world doesn't also know what you're up to?
No one suspects a thing, Brooke.
Brooke? That's the name of the leader of that rival chase team.
Let's try to keep it that way.
You worry about keeping up your part of the deal. I've got everything and everyone under control out here.
Looks like I need a key. There's some kind of residue on the blade. Smells like coolant. Check. Haven't done that. That's done. Looks like Chase stepped in that oil puddle I saw by the sprinklers. Or are there other puddles of oil around here? Mice? I don't know. Looks to me like this was made by the knife I saw in Scott's office. Hello?
Nancy! Good. Glad I got you. You all right now? Everybody get through that storm?
Yeah, we're all fine.
Great. I was hoping so, but after something that big, thought I'd better check. While I got you on the phone, something's come up, and I could really use you down at the store. Please, hurry.
Okay, I'll be right there.
you're here, and you brought the mousetrap. Good. Because I've been seeing a lot of mice lately, especially by that homesteader display in the museum. Must have a nest right beside it. I want you to catch them for me and get them out of here before the health department hears about it. They give me a hard enough time already for selling all them Cocoa Kringle products.
Actually, I'm kind of tired of catching mice.
Yeah? Well, maybe I'm kind of tired of selling you stuff and being such an all-around nice guy. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. So if you'll excuse me, I have some mice to catch.
That's a spit. Here. Here's one of them moon chunks to use as bait.
Ooh, I'll need that. Thanks.
So you just go on over there and have at it.
I bet I can find something that will turn this machine on. finished here.
Thank you kindly. Now get him out of here before any tourists see him. Thanks for catching that mice, Nancy.
That wasn't there before. That's the divining rod that's missing from the museum. I wonder if someone was trying to hide it. And stepped in that pool of oil over there in the process.
Well, if it ain't my favorite customer.
Have Scott and his team always been so accident-prone?
I'd say they've always been reality-prone. If you're the type to chase down tornadoes, the reality of the situation is that you're pretty much giving trouble your home address. But from what I've been hearing, this year's been especially bad.
So do you ever chase tornadoes?
Silliest thing I ever heard tell of. Around here, you're lucky if a tornado don't come chasing after you. People who do that are just asking for it.
Even if they're doing it so someday they'll be able to predict where and when a tornado's going to hit?
If somebody find a way to do that, know what they do next? Charge admission. 'Cause there's nothing else you can do. You warn everybody it's coming, then you just watch. You watch this dark, rampaging monster go tearing across the land, wrecking everything it touches, till all of a sudden, it ain't there no more. You can't go after it, you can't make it put everything back, you can't even get even with it, 'cause it's just gone. All you can do is stand there thinking, now that ain't fair. That just ain't fair.
Sounds like you're talking from personal experience.
That I am. That I am. What else you need?
You'll be happy to know I found your missing divining rod.
Well, put the cat out of the rain. Where was it?
Out in the spring house.
If you can put it back in the display, I'd be truly grateful.
Good seeing you again.
Stop by anytime.
Hey, Nancy. Frosty's got quite the unusual scream, doesn't it?
Well, he had kind of a good reason.
Oh, come on. Did you scream when you saw that mouse in Scott's office? No. He thinks he's so smooth. First time I heard him do that, I thought my little sister was downstairs.
I'll check back with you in a bit.
Have fun!
What's going on?
Pa tells me that you've been asking him about Brooke. Is that true?
Huh? No, that's not true.
Oh, maybe Pa's mistaken.
Exactly. I'm not the type to go after the personal lives of fellow scientists.
Right, but Pa did seem pretty certain.
You know, maybe you should spend less time talking to Pa and more time doing your job here, Nancy. Rich uncle or no, you have work to do. So do it.
Do you remember that interview you gave after Ma died?
Nope. Why do you ask?
I read it, and it seems like a lot has changed for you over the last few years.
What's that supposed to mean?
You sounded much more excited about your work.
Yeah, well, that's the reality of life, Nancy. You don't honestly think life gets more exciting as you age, do you? Because it doesn't. Dreams fade, hearts get broken, friends get too lost in their own lives to call. Trust me, enjoy your youth while you have it, kid, because the downhill ride, it ain't fun.
That's not true.
Now I see why Debbie speaks so highly of you. Optimists of a feather. Tell you what, I'll admit that you just may be right. I hope you're right. I just don't think you are. Let's switch topics, all right? This has been a long enough trip down memory lane for the day.
I heard someone talking about some Brooke person. Who is she again?
Brooke Tavenaugh. She heads the chase team that in all likelihood is going to whoop our collective Fanny in the competition.
Does she deserve to win?
I don't know. Look, if it's all the same to you, I'd just as soon talk about something else, okay?
Why don't you get a cat for your mice problem?
Cats? Forget about it. I'm deathly allergic to cats. Mice are annoying, but at least they don't leave me sneezing and short of breath.
I'll quit bugging you now.
Whatever.
So, what's up?
How come Scott told me you didn't get any footage on that tornado we saw?
Because I didn't. I told you. That camera you said you'd fixed was still broken.
But I did fix it. I'm sure of it.
Nope. Still broken. You can see for yourself if you want. I left it upstairs. In all the excitement, I didn't double-check your work until it was too late. So, I guess it's partially my fault. I told Scott to go easy on you. And since you're still standing, guess he did. Look, we just had some bad luck. Means odds are next time, we'll have good luck. Stuff happens. Forget about it.
Everything go okay on that chase I had to miss?
Yep, the sky was incredible. Saw a couple of promising wall clouds, but nothing ever dropped. Feel free to take a look at the pictures I just downloaded. They are awesome!
Thanks for all the advice.
See ya! Look at that! Knocked that barn flat! I hope it was as abandoned as it looked. It's roping out!
Hey there.
How was the chase that I missed?
Went pretty good. Didn't see any funnel clouds, but I managed to plant a sensor right in the path of a major downdraft, if you can believe that.
Congratulations. I take it that was a big deal?
Oh, you bet. Been trying at that all season with no luck.
Was Scott there to see it?
He went in the base vehicle by himself, but he was real happy when he heard about that sensor. Yes, ma'am.
You've been spending all your spare time around here trying to find oil, haven't you?
What? Oil? Well, I've been doing no such thing. Where'd you get an idea like that?
I found the divining rod you took from Pa's museum. The one you left by the old spring house.
I should have known I wouldn't get away with it. Lying and conniving and sneaking around, they just don't come natural to me. My mama raised me just too right. See, I heard rumors there was an oil deposit somewhere underneath this here farm. I also heard the college was getting ready to dump the place, so I signed up with Scott figuring I could look for oil, and if I found some, try to get my daddy to invest in a little real estate.
And to make sure Canute dumps the place, you've been sabotaging the chase team.
You think I'm the one making everything go wrong? Oh, you're wrong about that. It's on account of Scott. He's the one messing stuff up around here. He's a jinx, and that's the truth. Listen, I'm truly ashamed of my behavior, Nancy. I will apologize to Pa for taking that divining rod first chance I get. And I know it's highly unlikely, but should you and my mama ever cross paths...
I'll keep this to myself, but you've got to keep being honest with me.
You got a deal. You know, come to think of it, I guess I can't rightly say all the bad stuff that's been going on is just bad luck. Like when I checked out the lightning rod on the farmhouse to see why Scott's phone blew up like that, I discovered something kind of strange. Instead of being wired so any lightning that struck the house would be directed to the ground, this here lightning rod connected to the wiring inside the house.
Someone wanted that phone jack to explode?
Or the TV, or the fridge. Someone just wanted to do some damage.
But you're sure it was wired that way on purpose?
Either that, or this thing was put up by the world's dumbest electrician.
That's it for now.
See you around.
What's going on?
I'll let you get back to work.
Don't hurry back.
Hey, thanks for fixing the phone. You didn't miss much on the chase.
Well, I'm sorry you didn't get good weather.
Well, that's the breaks. Hey, you know, since you're so good at fixing things, why don't you fix the TV? I think we've abused it enough. It's not getting any picture.
That's it for now.
Have fun!
These things are clean up on a plan. That's the footage from Frosty's camera. I'm sure of it. It did record after all.
I think it's a lost cause, Nancy. It's permanently broke. Bummer.
Hey, Nancy, whoa. Never seen that look on your face before.
You and Debbie are trying to get Scott fired, aren't you?
What? I have no idea what you're talking about.
I overheard you two talking out in the cornfield. Or should I say, conspiring. You've been selling the stuff you shoot for Scott to someone else. You used the box under the yellow rose bush by the barn as a drop point. That's how you got all those scratches on your arm. You two are trying to get Scott so frustrated that he finally blows and says or does something that will force the college to let him go.
Nancy, do you have any idea how crazy you sound?
What I don't know for sure is whether you two are also responsible for the other stuff that's happened around here, like the hose in Pete's car, and the equipment failure, and the mouse infestation. Guess I'll just have to tell Scott everything and see what he thinks.
Okay, look, I don't know why you feel like you need to stick your big fat nose where it doesn't belong, but all I did was sell some pictures and footage to this girl I know who's trying to make a name for herself as a nature photographer. Legally, all the stuff I shoot belongs to the team, but that's totally unfair, and Debbie agrees. She knows how hard it is to get a good start, and she looks the other way. Don't be upset with her, though. She's just trying to help. But when it comes to all that other stuff, I had nothing to do with any of it, and neither did she. I promise you. So there's really no reason to tell Scott any of this, right?
I guess not.
You're a fine lady. Oh, and that big fat nose thing? Kidding. So, how are those cloud pictures coming?
Actually, I'm having problems finding cirrostratus.
You know, if you head on out to the Fraser Creek windmill, I'll bet you anything you'll get your picture. Weather conditions for cirrostratus should be perfect right now. In the meantime, I gotta get back to work. See ya.
Haven't done that. That's done. Can't check that off yet. Did that.
Time to turn in, Nancy.
What can I do for you, little lady?
Good seeing you again.
Stop by anytime. Just can't stay away, huh?
I returned the rod to the display for you.
Actually, you deserve more than that.
I've enjoyed talking to you.
Don't let them canutes work you too hard.
Good morning, Debbie.
Nancy, perfect timing. We've got a couple target storms ready to go critical. We need to get out in the field now. You'll drive. Scott and I are going to be tracking the storm. Okay? Ready?
Yes, let's go.
We've got 2, maybe 3 possible targets out there.
All right, good. That's what I like to hear. Tell me what we're looking at.
We've got word that the northmost cell is already throwing some pretty sizable hail. We might be a little low on that one.
That's not the system I'm excited about anyway.
Didn't think so. We go west. It's a longer drive, but there's some good movement, high amount of shear.
Perfect.
From what I've been hearing, Brooks' team has been saying they already got 6 confirmed touchdowns and 2 good reads on supercells that didn't spawn funnels.
Was one. 6 people confirming 1 storm cloud is not 6 confirmations. We really could use a nice data set for a non-tornadic supercell.
Maybe she'll share what she's got.
Huh. Now that's an idea. Why didn't I think of that? Brooke, it'd be really cool if you'd share your data. I mean, really, it's just the polite thing to do. All right, stay sharp. This system is starting to look... It's your lucky day, Nancy. Since I don't feel like wrestling with the prehistoric Doppler unit, you're going to do it for me. Since Canu could care less about providing working equipment, we're stuck with this garbage. You're going to have to take care warming it up since it's about twice your age. You're going to have to flip 3 switches, 1 in each group, to get it started. All the lights need to be set to blue before it starts working properly. Remember, the lights won't turn until you activate them.
There it goes again. Shoot! We've got to get this back up and running quickly.
If those cables get mixed up, it will be days before I can get them resorted. Make sure you keep those cables in order. Don't forget, the top cable goes in the first plug and the bottom goes in the last plug. What's the word? You finished? How are things coming on that Doppler? How are things coming on that Doppler? What's the word? You finished? How are things coming on that Doppler? Can you hurry it up a little?
Nice job, Nancy. Looks like we're ready to roll. Actually, it looks like we're out a bit early here. Nothing's developing like it should be. Let's get back to base and track from there. I don't want to follow a bum lead on a system with this much potential.
That's done. Still have to do that.
Nancy, have you seen Scott?
Not since we got back.
There's a huge front coming in and he's nowhere to be seen. This is not like Scott. If you see him around, will you let me know? Chase and Frosty and I are supposed to be leaving for the Grange soon, and I really need to know that someone is keeping an eye on these fronts.
Brooke's been paying Scott off?
What's up?
Thanks for all the advice.
Bye now.
Can't check that off yet. Check. These symbols match Scott's. This must be some sort of code. So does this one. These are all of the windmill. That must be where Scott's been meeting Brooke.
Nancy, what are you doing here?
You mean me, as opposed to Brooke?
Brooke? What are you talking about?
When I was fixing the phone jack, I accidentally overheard the phone conversation you two had. I could hear it through the headset on your desk.
And just what do you think you overheard?
Enough to know you two are working together. You've been sabotaging your own team, haven't you? You've been doing everything you can to make sure Brooke's team wins and yours loses.
That's ridiculous.
That's why you're meeting her way out here, so the people who've been looking up to you all this time couldn't see her paying you off.
I have never gotten the credit I deserve for the work I've done, ever! I know more about tornadoes than any person alive, and I get neither the respect nor the compensation people half as brilliant as me get without lifting a finger. Why? Because I work for a podunk college run by podunk incompetents bent on bad-mouthing and spiting me at every turn just because I don't play well with others at their idiotic staff meetings.
Why didn't you just quit?
Because thanks to them, I'm considered impossible to work with. No other school will hire me. I'm stuck here and they know it. So yes, I've been sabotaging my own team. And yes, Brooke is paying me a small fortune to do so because I've had it. I'm through.
The tornado's forming. I can feel it. It'll be on the ground in minutes. And it's going to be huge. And here you are, a novice out in the field and all alone.
This is Debbie calling for Nancy. Please come in. Over.
I'm here. I think Scott knocked me out.
He did what?
When I confronted him about selling the team out to Brooke, he went berserk.
I can't believe he would do that, and with Brooke Tavenaugh of all people. Well, we'll deal with that later. Right now, I need you down here at the Grange ASAP. We need to evacuate the theater, and you've got my Grange keys with you in Frosty's car.
I'm on my way. Over and out.
It's been chaos here. I was able to cobble together a pretty basic tracking system back at the homestead, and instantly I knew we were in trouble. The storm was showing a high potential of moving into town, but without the proper readings, we couldn't issue an alert. I knew we'd have to evacuate the Grange in person. But when we got here, we saw that it's locked. The shelter is locked on a performance night. I need you to take care of this while the rest of us work on a backup plan, okay? I'm trusting you here. I know you can do this. There are a lot of people depending on you right now. What is this now? Who would double lock a storm shelter? Nancy, quick, which key opens the shelter? What is this now? Who would double lock a storm shelter? Nancy, quick, which... Yes, you did it! Nice job, Nancy.
I think the worst is past.
Nancy, where are you going? Get in the shelter!
I can't just let Scott get away.
Okay, Nancy, first thing, switch on your GPS. That little dot you see, follow that and it will lead you right to Scott. We put a tracker on his truck. It's a safety thing. But Nancy, be careful out there. Keep this radio on and I'll do my best to keep you safe. Nancy, I'm really sorry about everything that happened back there. Scott, he wasn't always like this. I was worried about him earlier. His heart clearly wasn't in it anymore. He was putting us in danger. I just wanted to do what's best.
That's not what it sounded like when I overheard you talking to Frosty. You two wanted to get rid of Scott. From where I was standing, you sure didn't sound very concerned about safety.
Nancy, I know it probably sounded bad, but there's a lot you don't know. Pete, the intern you took over for, his injury wasn't just an accident. He got hurt because Scott sent him out where he never should have been. After that, I knew I had to take over.
That's still no...
Looking back, I do things differently. But I did what I did for the right reason. I wanted to push Scott until the world saw how reckless he was being. It was a mistake. I screwed up and I accept responsibility. No matter what happens out there, promise me that you'll be careful.
I promise. Made it! Dear Ned, once the theater was successfully evacuated, Debbie and Chase were able to follow the GPS tracking signal to the spring house, where Scott and I had safely weathered the storm. Although he was pretty seriously shaken up in the crash, Scott came to in time to see Frosty arrive with the police. He received community service for destruction of public property and interfering with public safety records. He didn't fare so well with the college. They fired him quicker than lightning hitting a beast on Greyhound, as they say around here. So it looks like he'll actually be serving the community now, instead of just pretending to, even if it's just by picking up garbage by the side of the road. Word spread quickly about Scott's misdeeds, and soon Brooke Tavenaugh, the rival chase team leader, found herself out of a job as well. With the storm season almost over, it looked like both teams were out of the competition. Debbie, always the organizer, decided to combine the remaining members on both teams for the remainder of the season. Without Scott's ever-present storm cloud hanging over the team and his constant sabotaging, the team really began to hit its stride with Debbie in charge. 2 days after I told Krollmeister I had found the source of the sabotage and the change in team leaders, Debbie's chase team was greeted by a surprise delivery, the next generation of Krollmeister's storm tracking and detection equipment. With Scott out of the picture, Frosty renegotiated his contract. Now that he's able to pursue his own projects on the side, he's just about doubled his output. He's launched his own business, and when he's not getting pelted by softball-sized hail, you'll find him in his studio. Chase has given up on his dreams of finding oil. Even if he hadn't, he wouldn't have the time to look. Debbie's keeping him too busy. Free from having to spend his days fixing Scott's mistakes, Chase has finally had the opportunity to show off his keen sense for weather. Now that Debbie has accepted Scott's old position as head of the Canute Storm Team, he's become her right-hand man. Last I heard, he was going to assist Debbie in her classes in the fall. And when I got home, I found a surprise delivery myself as well. The first shipment of my lifetime supply of Cocoa Crinkle Bars. Krollmeister also sent me a note telling me to keep my bags packed. He has a special surprise trip planned for me as a way to say thanks. As long as it's someplace where the clouds stay in the sky like they belong, I'll be happy to go. While the winners of the Green Skies event won't be determined until fall, things are looking pretty good for Debbie's team. With the new equipment, they've logged the most storm data. And although Debbie won't be showing anyone until she's 100% sure, the team may have made a verified touchdown prediction. Yesterday, a postcard from Pa arrived. After the town repaired the storm damage to the Grange, they restaged the town play. They even added a new part about the storm, including a scene where a certain someone unlocks the storm shelter. As long as it wasn't played by Pa in a wig, I'm happy. Pa says that he remembered most of his lines this time, at least the important ones. As for me, well, I've had just about enough stormy weather for one season. Love, Nancy. After risking my life chasing down deadly twisters, I think it's time for a change of pace. I've decided to join Bess and George on their trip to Kyoto, Japan. I've always wanted to visit Japan, from the exotic food and wild fashion in the cities to the nature and tradition in the smaller towns. I know there's going to be a ton to see and do. As a thank you for all of my hard detective work, PG Krollmeister has reserved a room for me at one of the area's best ryokans, or traditional inns. It'll be nice to finally take a break from solving mysteries and to spend a few weeks without danger and dark secrets hiding around every corner. I've already heard that the ryokan I'm staying in has quite a reputation. I'm not sure exactly for what, though. Well, I'll find that out soon enough. Join me in my next adventure, Shadow at the Water's Edge.